y'all. Hi, everybody. I'm just getting my technology situated, make sure everything's good to go. I think it's on my story as well. Oh, interesting. Whoa, it's weird seeing myself live. Hold up. Hi guys, can you hear me okay? Does everything look and sound okay? Trying to see myself on my page on my tablet. Oh my god, my tablet, I look so huge. Ah, thanks, Brianna. Hi, Catherine. All right. How's everyone? How's your post-apocalyptic Thanksgiving going? We're still here, aren't we? Jesus Christ. Heather! Catherine. So FYI, you guys, I'm just gonna kind of chat today about what I've been going through, because I think a lot of us have similarly been going through the same thing. But I'm going to download this and put it on my YouTube page for later viewing. That's what I did with my last live. So I think how that works is anyone who comments here that is being recorded on my phone now will show on my YouTube page. So if you're okay with that, great. Otherwise, maybe if you have something that you want to comment on privately, just send me a direct message. Hi, Dana. Dana is Real Talk with Dana. She's my East Coast girl, and she's my astrology go-to. Anytime I'm feeling a certain kind of way, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm feeling this way. She goes, oh, that's because, you know, the moon is doing this, and this is squaring this, and Jupiter is over here. And I'm like, love it. She always, hi Ash, she always brings the astrology fire for me when I'm like, what's happening? Because astrology is just not in my template. It's not something that is built into me. It's not something that I really count on or can figure out. But when people bring the astrology to me, I'm like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to slide the comments away for right now. And so what I want to talk about is kind of what I have been going through the last, I would say 3 weeks, and what I've seen a lot of others also going through the last few weeks. And this started in October with some sort of moon. It's always the moon. It always starts with the moon, probably a new moon, and then some sort of eclipse portal, and then some sort of full moon. And then we went, I think it was like back-to-back eclipse portals. And this time of year, we're in a cycle. It's a time loop, right? Because astrology is how the simulation keeps time. So these loops that happen annually, we can kind of time it with like, oh, what was I going through at this time last year? How is it different? How is it affecting me this year? And what's the comparison? And for me, it was really huge. And like I said, astrology, I don't really take it into consideration, even though it is a timekeeping system. but understanding what I went through last year and what I similarly just went through in this last few weeks, it's making sense. And it's allowing me to reflect, because last year was a doozy for me, and I'll explain why. But once I got knocked on my ass last year, I was not able to get myself back up. I was down for at least 6 months. And I'll explain. But this year, I can see the pattern. But I also feel that this energetic portal that we just went through is different. It is written, I guess. It's part of the ascension. Sorry, my glasses. And it's part of what the ones on the hardcore ascension path have to go through in order to get to the other side. And this is all about purging, deeply, 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 deeply purging trauma loops, pain points, out of our system. And this directly goes together with the timekeeping system. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have noticed this. And when I talk to people or I talk to clients, I bring this up a lot to clients. By the way, you guys, I've swiped the comments, so I can't see any comments right now, but as soon as I'm kind of on a roll, I'll go back and address the comments. But when we are inflicted a trauma, an emotional abuse, you know, all these things that we go through, it holds in our cellular structure on a time loop. So for instance, this past spring, I started thinking about somebody and I was like, why is that person coming up in my mind? Oh, right, because I dated this person for a short amount of time a year ago. And for me, I'm clearing up a lot of karma. So these people that I engage with, I have to clean up karma. They're karma loops from the past that I have to clean up. And that's part of my intense ascension process, because I am getting out of this simulation. Well, I'm already out of the simulation, but I'm getting out of this structure. This is my last incarnation. And with that comes a ton of karma cleanup. That is why a lot of us have the craziest things happen to us, or we meet the most random people and then we have to go through like something really intense with them. And that is to clear it out of our structure. So, like if you're ever injured or something like that, and you start to think about it during a specific season, a specific month, it's probably because that's when it was embedded in you. So once we can become aware of these timekeeping systems that literally live in the stars, live in the astrology, and then live in our system, our body keeps time as well, because that's what we're in, this time simulation. Once you start recognizing that, you can cut those cords and get it out and just get rid of the karma. Start sloughing off the karma and just get rid of it. All right, so what's been happening the last few weeks? First of all, I've been exhausted and tired, and I've heard that from a lot of people. The people that I follow that have been writing about this, a lot of people are just at like maximum exhaustion level. So my exhaustion, when I go into these purges and upgrades, I don't always know when I'm falling into it. I just feel like I'm falling into a pit. And it takes me a minute to like reassess, like, wait, what's happening here? What's going on with my body? So this pit took me back into hell, back into painful parts of my existence that have affected me the most to this day. And one of them was my failed marriage, and then the custody divorce and like the kid situation around that. So, you know, and this is all we do on this path. This is all I do on this path, is I do self-work over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This is all that I do. This is my job. because I'm leaving here. I'm not coming back to this hell realm. I'm not meant for this hell realm. I'm meant to change this hell realm. And I am meant to gather the others that are also leaving. We're getting out. And it's been a very intense 5 to 7 year process for me thus far. And just when I think I've made it, no, we're going to go back into the pit. So this last pit was just me walking around my tiny little casita. I live in Santa Fe, so everything's a casita, like a little guest house. Just crying, you know, just washing dishes, crying, doing laundry, crying. And I'm like, what in the hell? Because I'm not a typical crier. You know, I tend to be more on the fire side, so I get angry or whatever, you know. I lash out, but I don't cry. I don't deeply sob. So here I am the last few weeks just deeply sobbing. And I'm like, what is happening? Of course, I call, you know, Dana's telling me all about the astrology. And then I realized that this exact time last year was when I went into a very, very deep funk that I did not come out of until April 1st. So about October to April, I was dead. I died. So here we are again in yet another death cycle. And what was coming up for me was that deep pain point about marriage, giving yourself to someone. And at the time, I was not awakened. I was very much in the simulation. I was very much running programming. I was very much running faulty belief systems about myself. I didn't know how to love myself. Therefore, I didn't know how to love another properly. And I didn't know what being loved looked like. It was just this, right? When we're in the sim and you just go day to day to day to day and you're like, yeah, well, the world tells me I need to act this way. And so I'm going to do this. And the world tells me, you know, I'm a, you know, female of a certain age, let's get married and have kids and have the house and the whole thing. Like I was under the delusion. I had no sense of self, like none. And a big part of that, by the way, was alcohol. I drank a lot of alcohol. And anyone that's still on that sauce, you got to cut it, because that will keep your faulty belief systems in place. That will keep your programming in place. That will keep you down. It will keep you in the sim. It will keep the sim running circles over you. So that was an entire process for me. So basically, I've done a lot of work about this. I have been officially divorced for 10 years now. 10 years, done and gone, buried, you know, this is old news. However, the last 3 weeks, I have been deeply crying about it. You know, this happened to me and I can't believe, and I gave myself to a person, and, you know, the whole thing, all the things. And of course, he's a narcissist. Of course, he's a narcissist. Of course, that's what we do. Anyone who is an empath or an open-hearted being who doesn't have a sense of self, or is drinking a lot, or doesn't know what love is, all of this shit that the sim puts on us, of course we're going to go to a narcissist. Of course, this is like science. And it's because I was codependent. And the thing about codependency and narcissism is it's interchangeable. That's what you don't want to hear. That's what people don't want to tell you. You can be codependent and a narcissist. And depending who you're with, you can play either role. And that is something that I've had to deprogram out of my mind, is also being a narcissist and also being a huge codependent. So I cried, you know, for 3 weeks. I write. Everything that I do, I write, because it's very cathartic to me. And also I automatic write and get channels, and a lot of information starts to come through. And so I was doing a lot of that and just allowing it, because I know that on this process, I have to feel it to heal it. There's no other way. We have to actualize it with tears, because what I do here and what many of us do here is we bridge the energetic to the physical. That's how we're changing this world. That's how we're waking people up. That's how we are gridding the land. That's how we heal people. That's how we heal the land, etc. And what I've come to realize is when you have the physical tear that comes out of your body, you are materializing. So you're putting to bed, like bringing it through energetically, thinking about what had happened, and purging it with tears brings it to the physical so it can just get out of here. And I will say I always can feel, I can't necessarily feel the energetics when I fall into the pit of hell, but I can always feel when it's almost like it's closed. And of course it was 1:19 a.m. a few nights back. Maybe it was right before Thanksgiving. Maybe the day before Thanksgiving? Or Thanksgiving? But I could feel my body it was like I was so dense. I was so heavy. I was so dense. I was so sad and so low. I was sad. Like I could not get up off the couch. I went from the couch to the bed, to sleep, to sleep, to sleep, to sleep. It was just like, it was insane. Until it was all purged out. And then I was laying in bed and I just felt it go, and it just lifted. And I looked at the clock. It was 1:19. Of course, the 19 ritual, 911. What's your emergency? It's always the 19, right? And I felt better. And the next day when I woke up, I was like, oh, so much relief. Hey, wait, let me check. Okay, hold up. Let me check comments because my thing just... All right. Let's see. Can you guys still see me? Because I just got a notice that I went offline for a second. All right, cool. And everything's good? All right. All right. I'm going to remove the comments again. If I have anything else that glitches on my side, then I will, I'll come back. All right, cool. So I was having a friend over for Thanksgiving, just a little tiny, have a couple people over and cooking. And it was 2 days before, so Tuesday. I told her, I said, I can't get off the couch. I can't even think. Like, I can't do anything. I just have to sit here and be like a pile of a crying mess on the couch. I said, so I don't even know if we can do Thanksgiving. She was feeling the exact same way. And this is a friend of mine that lives in Taos. So she's an hour and a half north of me. We're both in New Mexico. And we both got guided to New Mexico. And we're just kind of here waiting for why we're in New Mexico. But it's to purge. Anyway, it's a whole other story. So her and I were totally feeling the same way. And then as I was reading other people's posts, I think we were all in this same funk. So I think Tuesday of last week, is today Tuesday? What day is it? Jesus. Oh, okay. A week ago. So a week ago, I think was it's like pushing through the pinhole, coming out the other side. And we have to do this to rid ourselves of these traumatic events, deeply emotional events, pain, hurt, even my programming of like victimization. And I wrote an article on Medium years ago when I was during my awakening process called what was the proper title? The Continual Victimization of Victims, right? Because it's a loop. And number one, we are victims. We have been victimized, but that actually gets us stuck in a simulation loop. And again, it keeps time. So it keeps time within our body. So if we were victimized in June by somebody, the next June, you're going to start to feel it. Or maybe you're going to have anxiety in your body and you can't pinpoint it. But if you stop and think about what happened during that time frame, it'll start to make sense. So realizing that, yes, we are victims and we have been victimized, some of us over and over and over and over and over, yet getting out of that loop and becoming empowered. And as much work as I've done on myself, and as much as I say, you know, I'm an awakener and I'm clean and clear and I'm purifying constantly, which I am, that is my full-time job, this shit still comes back. It still comes back. It still just reared its head. I'm like, this is 10 years old now. This is old. And here it is again. But I'm telling you, once we feel it, we shed those tears, it comes out in the physical and we get rid of it. Once we go through that energetic pinhole and come out the other side, that is the purification. And it's such a purification in my solar plexus. I just felt so relaxed. Like, oh my God, I'm free. It's freeing when we can let this stuff go. And this is how we purify, and this is how we climb the ladder to ascension. There's no easy way. There's no shortcut. We have to put one foot in front of the other and just keep going every day. I call it crawling through the Shawshank Redemption tunnel of shit. You know, you're just crawling through it. There's no other way. There's no other way. And here we are, out the other side. Previous to about 3 weeks ago, I really want to get my business going. Ascension isn't a business, but I have a tale to tell. I have an interesting story, and I want to assist people with my lived experience. I want to assist others who are on this path. And so I've been really working hard at, you know, organizing, getting my business going so that I can assist others and be in service, because the last year I took off of posting a lot. I mean, I used to be very prolific and prevalent on Facebook and Instagram constantly. I was being interviewed by, you know, awakeners that have their own podcasts. And I had to pull back because I went into the pit. And that pit lasted 6 months. And now here we are. So nearly a year. And as I come out of it, I put my energy towards assisting others with this. But one thing that resides within my template is I am really good at getting every single piece situated, like all the back end stuff. I have every single site set up. I have payment systems set up. I have websites set up. I have everything set up. It's the doing. It's the putting my face on the camera and just doing it. So effective today, I am making it a point to hold myself accountable, because none of my foundation is going to make sense if I don't put myself out and start assisting people moving forward. So this is me holding myself accountable, getting used to just coming on here and talking about whatever, and assisting people in that manner. And then also accepting, you know, private sessions if people want to have a session with me, kind of a coaching session to kind of get through different things. I'm also a deprogrammer. I can help deprogram these belief systems and the matrix simulation programs that are embedded in all of us. So that is forthcoming on my page. I will put all of that information out. So let me check comments, and then I'm going to kind of tie this back to what happened last year. Yep. Okay, I'm reading Dana's. Yeah. Okay. Seasons are timekeepers as well. Yep. That is astrology by Dana right there. Ooh, sorry guys, these comments. Awesome. Thanks you guys. Thanks for all these comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just being here. The work that I'm doing is temple work. This is sacred goddess work. This is a sacred container. And that's kind of what I've been building. And I'm still trying to figure out the structure of how I want to get this information out. But I am going to hold myself accountable to coming on and doing Facebook Lives to assist people, because I know a lot of us go through similar things during similar times. And the reason I know that is because y'all's are up in my inbox. Or conversely, I'm up in your inbox going, what the hell, you know, what's happening here? So it's important that we're a support for one another, and especially for what's coming down the pipe, because we all know that this calm that's happening, I don't know if other people think it's a calm. I feel like right now it's a calm. But I don't leave my house, so I don't have to interact with the people who are not calm. It's nice and calm in my house. I feel like we're in a calm, and something, I mean, clearly everything is percolating. It's just a matter of what is going to be the one event that just sets them all off. And I mean, they're slowly being erupted, so to speak. And it's no coincidence that, you know, all of the largest dormant volcanoes on the earth are now exploding. One of the first things I was told when, I'm going to do a video about my experience again, my awakening experience, because it was very unique. I'm a walk-in, or I had a soul exchange. I was Aaron. I was like Matrix Aaron. And then the goddess came in and woke me up to everything in 1 hour. Like I saw everything. I was like, oh, this is what we're living in. I get it. I saw the simulation. I saw the players, the whole thing. So that has sent me on this trajectory. That's why when I speak, like when I do other videos, I typically don't go on camera unless I'm guided to, unless I'm invited to somebody's podcast. But if I'm going to do a live, I have to be guided, and I'm typically in a mood. Like I'm in that fire goddess mode where I just want to burn everything to the ground. And I, you know, every other word is F-bomb this and F that, and you know, and I'm just shredding everything and everyone. It's just my template. It is what it is. We shred the simulation. The simulation is on a loop. It's all the same shit on a loop. That's why I don't understand how people don't understand the shit about this COVID and the shots. We just did this like 80, 90, 100 years ago. We literally just lived this. We are on a loop. This is the same shit as, you know, however many years ago, 80 something years. Auschwitz, you know. Except this time, they're not walking people to the gas chambers. They're manipulating people to consent to injecting themselves with the gas chamber, with the radiation and whatever else is in there. So we're on a loop. But when the volcano comes in, and when the ones like us come in with this new template, this is a new template. It doesn't exist in the simulation. We are from outside of the simulation. We are the absolute glitches. We come in here and we fuck shit up. We glitch the shit out of this thing. Because the Matrix is going like this. Oh, okay, she likes to do the same thing every day. Every Wednesday she goes to the grocery store. She drives, she commutes to work. She comes home from work. She watches 5 hours of TV, eats a little dinner, and goes to bed. Same. And then we come in and we're like, I ain't doing none of that shit. I used to do that shit, but I'm not doing any of that shit anymore. And then the Matrix is like, shit, what do we do? What do we do? Recalibrate. So everything that is being mirrored on the physical, it's because we came in and we changed it on the energetic. That's how powerful we are right now. This is what we're doing. This is the Phoenix event. The Phoenix event is multifaceted, like everything. Let's talk about this. So after coming out of this last purge, and I felt really calm and I felt really cleansed, I felt really clean and clear. I felt purified. I felt finally rid of that demon on my back. That, you know, that demon that was like, you were victimized. He did this to you. The court system did this to you. They did that to you. Constant looping, constant. Even though I live my day-to-day life for the last 10 years since this was done and gone, but still it was in there. It was the loop that was replaying. And I think it's held me back from a lot of stuff. And now it's gone. It's absolutely gone. It's a fucking miracle. This process that we're going through, anyone who honors their body, honors their process, allows themselves rest, recalibration, sleeping, crying, whatever your body needs, as you allow it, you will be rewarded. Because I am clear, I am free, I am finally free of that bullshit. Free of it. Free of it. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I know that I will be okay. It's in the past now. So it's no longer going to time loop in my system. That is freedom. And this is what we're doing. This is ascension. We are freeing ourselves from the time loops of the system, of the simulation. So, okay, I'm going to segue to what happened a year ago and how that relates to now. But let me check my comments. Hey, Michelle, I was just talking about you. And I see someone wants to join my live. I think it's Ryan. I've never done that before, but that is definitely something we can try. Maybe as soon as I kind of get out my thoughts, then we can try bringing somebody on and see how this goes. All right, cool. Okay, so last year. So, okay, I've been in Santa Fe since September 2020, so just 2 years now. I came here for a visit on a plane with 2 suitcases, and I never left. So that's kind of how I got here. And so you know how each state has like a, what is it, like a phrase? Like each state has a phrase about what they are. So New Mexico is the land of enchantment, but the people who live here call it the land of entrapment because so many people come here and they never leave. Or like somebody will be like on a road trip, their car will break down and like now they've been here 35 years. So this is like when people ask me, how long have you been in Santa Fe or how did you get here? I tell them the story. They're like, oh, that old story. Like this happens here. There's something about this place. It either entraps you or conversely, it will kick you out. So I came here because a friend of mine from Seattle bought a house here and invited a bunch of people like, hey, I'm going on a 6-week road trip. Does anybody want to come house sit? And I'm like, sure. So when I arrived for my couple weeks stint, another friend from Seattle was already here. And I'd only met him a couple times, but we had this, circle of friends. And he went up to Taos one night. He's like, hey, I'm going to go to Taos. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go hang out. Great, cool. He comes back. Bro got shot at. So, New Mexico's the wild, wild west. Everybody packing up in here. Everybody gangster. It's really dangerous. It's really crazy. There's so many cults here. There's so many cultures, that it's hilarious. It's really weird. There's a lot of wealthy people here too. Not like, oh, hey, I'm rich. We're talking like Smith and Wesson, like old ass, like 100-year-old trust fund baby money, like just old, just the oldest money you could ever have also resides in New Mexico. It's very bizarre. So that guy that got shot at is like, peace, I'm never coming back to New Mexico. This place is fucking psycho. It's crazy. I'm out. So he got kicked out. But as much fuckery that I've experienced here, I'm still here. And I mean, my channel, my guidance has told me this is where I'm supposed to be for the shift. That's why I know the shift is imminent. It's very close because I'm here and I'm waiting. Okay, so let's see. Hey Earl, how you doing? All right, cool. Okay. Oh, this is where I was going. Sorry, squirrel. Okay, so since being in Santa Fe, I found myself a little friend group that I really clicked with. And I, in general, keep to myself because this ascension path is very singular. And I'm not like most people. I haven't, and no one in my immediate friend group that I've ever had is going through this until I met like Michelle that lives in Taos, who's on the live. She's the hour and a half away. Serna Lupita, I haven't met her in person, but she's also here in New Mexico. So there's people around that I know who are going through this. But the friend group that I had here, they don't know about this stuff. So even when I insert myself into people, places, groups, they don't know. They don't know what we know. They don't know what we're going through. They don't know what's happening on Earth. They have no idea that something else is actually going on Earth right now, that we are at the end of time. We're at the end of an epoch. We're at the end of a cycle. And a lot of us are getting out. And the ones who are on the path to get out, that is our number one job. Period. That's my number one. I am my number one. Period. Period. And I have children. Period. This is an individual soul journey. Period. No one can do it for us, and we cannot take anyone with us, including our children. Period. That's how I operate in my life. So even though I have a friend group, I'll tell you why, at the time, a friend group, I'm always very singular. I'm always on the outside. I don't get very too close to people. And this is also because if people are not on this journey of purification and cleaning and clearing these impurities, these faulty belief systems, these programs out of their body and the density out of their body, then they're still running programs. They're still running belief systems. They still believe that the earth is one thing. It's because they're in the simulation. And yeah, the simulation is one thing. The simulation keeps on keeping on. And so those people are in the simulation. Even people that believe that they are awakened, and they're awakened to, say, corruption. So a lot of conspiracy theorist type, what's the other word for those people? Like patriots. What else do they call themselves? They're awakened to a lot of like dastardly deeds that are going on, the government, the pedophilia, all of this stuff that is now really being revealed. They're awakened to that. They see it, but they don't understand the process of going within. So even that is a program in the sim, right? I make fun of the Q drops. Like I just wrote a post about, I stuck my floppy disk in the 1984 DOS computer and Q, spit out a message because they all look like this weird computerized bullshit. Who the fuck is Q? It's the simulation. Like, how do people not understand? Like, oh, we got to decode, and they're talking about DNA and decoding your DNA. So are you? Are you decoding your DNA? Are you crying your eyes out on your couch for 2 weeks to purge out the pain from a divorce or whatever? Or are you like on your computer, got to go back in the sim, back to the computer and figure out, do this about the DNA and about the strands and then this. And it's like, It's cute. It's cute. It's a sim. The only way out of the sim is in. It's up and in. That's it. That's it. That is it. It's the purging. It's the purification. The only job in the end times is to purify. That's it. That's it. What else are we doing? Are we paying taxes into a fallen and corrupt system? Are we investing in crypto where all these financial hooligans are then going to take all of our money? You know? Cool. You know, it's just part of the sim. It's just part of, it's what keeps the humans busy. Like my channel, I say my channel, but it's my direct line of communication to the all. It constantly tells me every single thing. If you're not purifying your body for the end times, everything is to keep the humans busy. Everything. Working, commuting, everything is to keep the humans away from themselves because we're in the harvest. They're harvesting souls. Okay? And you can tell, it's very easy to tell who has already been harvested because most of them are dying suddenly. Okay, I think I just went up. I just went sideways again. Such is my life. Looking at comments. Hi, Natalie. Yeah. Hi, Kellyanne. All right, cool. Cool. I think what I was trying to get at, I just have to laugh at myself. Like 5 days, no, like a week ago, I wouldn't have been able to even laugh. I was just like crying and crying. So now I can just laugh at everything because that density, that like constriction within my body. This is a thing. A lot of us live with a constriction in our body and we can't pinpoint it. And a lot of it is past trauma, emotional, some sort of emotional abuse, emotional trauma, a sadness, a loss. And it lives in our body as this like constriction. And a lot of it comes out as anxiety. And we don't know why we're anxious. Like, why do I feel this way? Why can't I fix it? Take a pill, smoke some weed. And it's just always still there. But coming through this, this pinhole, that's the real work. That's the true work, is purging it so deeply out of your body that when you come through that timekeeping aspect, that astrology aspect, whatever that is, you can just feel the lightness within your body. And that is climbing the ladder. That's climbing the rungs. Because to exit this entire thing, we have to detach from all of it. And detaching is a process because it lives in our body. Our body is a computer system. Our body keeps time with the astrology. We are a very divine technology. Very divine technology. We can heal ourselves. We can rewire ourselves. We can do anything. We can do anything we want within our body structure. And that's what's hidden. That's the occult knowledge. That's mystery school knowledge. That's what the elite teach theirs. They understand how to utilize the magic that is the earth, the body, the words, all of it. Okay, so I squirrel myself all the time. Okay, so I have this friend group. Jesus, we're here again. I have this friend group. And last fall, there was just a series of events where I'm just starting to realize, like, these people, even though I understand, like, they're still in the simulation, I'm out of it, I'm doing this different work, I still thought that, like, we could have a friendship. And, like, maybe they understood me. Maybe they kind of got it, or at least they saw where I was and they would, like, honored that or respected that. No, the sim doesn't respect this. The sim does not respect another person leaving the sim. That's why they're there. They're to keep me there. So I started just really seeing this, like really, really seeing it. After being alone, I mean, I was alone for a lot of years before moving to Santa Fe. I basically ditched my entire friend group because I'm like, if I'm going to be on this path, I can't have other people's dirty energy on me when I'm trying to remove my own dirty energy. That's the path. So last fall, I was like, I could feel it. I'm like, I need to go into a full hibernation. I cannot have anyone's energy on me because we were doing events. They're DJs and I love to dance. I love music. That's why we got along so great. But we were doing a lot of public parties, going to public events. And I was like, I'm not fit for the public. That's why I stay in my house. I am not fit for the simulation public right now. They are too sick. They are sick in their mind, spirit, body, and I cannot, because I'm purifying. So I don't need anybody's illness and sickness put upon me when I'm purifying. So I realized, like, okay, I told everybody, like, look, I just need some space. I'm going to go into a hibernation. I just need some space. And it was officially right after Thanksgiving. And I did not leave that space. I went through an entire death last year to where I wrote a will, a living will, and packed my belongings because I thought, oh, this is finally the ego death or the physical death or the emotional death or the whatever, where I finally lose my body. Because on this path, that's all you do is you die. You die to everything. You die to your own belief systems. You die to the trauma you've been carrying. It is just an absolute detachment from everything. Every single thing and every single one. So last year I was guided like, okay, I'm done. I didn't talk to anybody. I actually let my cell phone lapse. So I didn't even have a cell phone, like an operable phone number where I could call somebody for months. I let everything go. I just stopped. I stopped everything. I stopped living because I was certain I was dying. And I did die. I died to myself. I would stand. So like I said, I came to Santa Fe with 2 suitcases. I'm currently in my own casita. So like guest house or mother-in-law apartment or whatever. Everything, all of my furniture, everything that I've acquired, I've gotten for free because once you leave the sim, you don't care about consumerism. I don't care about consumerism. I just need what I need to function. So I became a part of the Buy Nothing group. And if I needed a couch, I got a couch. It's an awesome couch. It's yellow. It's funky. It's like mid-century modern. It looks like a proper couch, but then the back cushions lay down and then it's a futon. And then I got a table, and then I got a bed. Like I have pieced together this apartment with everything that's just free. It's insane. It's really insane. And my apartment is so cute. It's exactly how I would want it. Everything's funky, kitsch, Santa Fe, desert, where was I going? Oh my God, you guys, I'm squirreling myself. This is when I'm getting really squirrely. How long have I been live, by the way? I have a time limit for myself where I just start to get cuckoo and I can't hold the thought anymore. Let me look. Mertea, hi Kels. Hi, Amy. Okay. So, this is where I was going. Thank you. I've acquired this great place. I've acquired everything that I need. I became a plant person. I probably have like 50 plus plants in my place. I'm like a crazy plant lady. And I was so dead. I was going through such a massive death that I went into my room and I looked at like my clothes because I've acquired clothes and things and shoes and boots. I'm just like, I don't need any of this. I don't need anything in here. There is nothing in here that I need. Not one thing. This entire beautiful place that I've cultivated, these plants that just grow because everything grows when it's around me. My plants are insane here. They just fucking grow. And I'm like, I don't need any of this. I don't need it. Like I left the sim. And I've already been out of the sim in many ways, but I was like, I don't need anything here. I don't even care what happens to me. if I stay here, if I don't, if I'm homeless, if I'm whatever. Not one thing mattered. Not one thing mattered. I was just by myself. It was insane. So I was guided to pack my personal effects, and what that consisted of was just my writings, my journals, my like mail, my laptop, like anything that was like personal to me. I put it in one plastic bin, and I wrote a living will, and then I put the lid on it, and then my one friend, like one of my good friends here that I like told, like, listen, I can't talk to you right now. I put her name on the top, and I said, if this bin is found, contact her. And I just addressed the whole will, and everything was like to her, like, here's what you do with my stuff, and here's who to contact. I thought I was done. And that lasted through March. And then on April 1st, I woke up. Oh, and also during that, I was in a lot of fear. I think I was purging a lot of fear programming. I was in a lot of fear. Everything was fearful. I didn't have a phone number. I couldn't contact anybody, even though I know my neighbors, and like the friend of the friend group lives 2 blocks away. There's people close to me. I was in fear about the world events and what's coming, because I know what's coming. I see what's coming down for the people, for the ones who are in the simulation. A lot of shit is coming down the pipe. And I was in great fear. That shit is not going to affect me, because I do not play in that sandbox. And that's when I made that video about me saying, playing the whole thing about playing in the sandbox. I don't play in that sandbox. That's not my trajectory. I'm going this way. I'm up and I'm out. I'm way out. But I had a lot of fear about what I see coming down the pipe. What's going to happen? Is there going to be electricity? Is there going to be this, whatever. So I was purging. I was just feeling all of it. And I thought, well, this world is dead, which I do believe. This world is dead. We are in a false simulation. The water's dead. The food is dead. The soil is dead. Everything's a falsity here. Everything. They have detonated atom bombs on this planet. Nothing is healthy here. Nothing. So I was just in this, like a constant. Like, there's nothing left. There's nothing left for me here. Why am I here? Why am I here? This is ridiculous. There's nothing here for me. I am life. I am the living word. I am a goddess. I am the essence of God. I am the living word. That does not match with where I live, planetary-wise. So that was basically 5 to 6 month situation. April 1st, I woke up and I felt the lightness. I felt the shift. I was like, I woke up, I had a pep in my step, and I had life again. Everything was life again. And I was like, oh, I'm still here. The world is still here. We're still chugging along. The sim is still intact. Let's fucking do it. And because all of my friends are DJs, I'm like, I want to have a party here. I have the tiniest guest house, the tiniest casita. Cleared the whole thing out. I had like 6 DJs who DJ'd till 6:30 in the morning. That was up. I'm like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking live. Let's live the way we want to live. And that lasted until about June. And then I went back into more clearing karma. I have these run-ins with these people here. There's a lot of demons, a lot of demonry and fuckery in Santa Fe in New Mexico because of all the death and the Manhattan Project, which was the Trinity, where they detonated the first atom bomb here. There's a lot of dastardly shit that goes down in New Mexico. And that's, of course, why I was stationed here. As the living word, as a pillar of light. Of course, I was stationed here. But that means that when I start to move forward, there's always another challenge. There's more karma to clean up, past life bullshit to sweep out. And there's always more shit to clean out within myself. So last year was a very dark winter, right? Biden and his, oh, it's going to be a dark winter. So last year was my dark fucking winter. The depths of hell. I was done with everything. I wrote a will. I thought, when you find my body, here's who you fucking contact. We're done here. Still here. However, I can feel now with this October through Thanksgiving portal, this eclipse and these moons, it's the Scorpios. Goddamn scorpion, dude. By the way, I saw a scorpion on my ceiling energetically, because I'll get told things, you know, I'll see like what's happening or who's behind somebody, or I always get shown. And there was a big scorpion on my wall or on my ceiling when I was in bed, and I was like, God damn it. God damn it. It's this whole Scorpio moon. It's the whole season. The whole season screws me over every year, which is ironic because my birthday is September 24. So I have a really great energetic time around my birthday, followed by the absolute darkest time of the year for me. So it's always a fun little circus happening here. So what I'm noticing is I'm starting to slip back into that. You know, it's dark here. It's cold as shit. We've already had a snow. I don't do well in the cold. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. You know, we maybe had a snow once every few years. It didn't hardly ever get below freezing. And, you know, now we're at like 16 degrees at night, 20 degrees at night. You know, we barely break 30 degrees during the day. I do not want to leave my house. It is too fucking cold. I don't live this way. So there's a lot of things about the winter for me and being here. I don't have a car here either, so I'm on foot. So when I need to go to the grocery store and whatnot, I gotta like bundle it up, and that is not fun for me. So I see myself kind of having a similar experience. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to put on makeup every day. I'm going to shower, put on makeup, do my hair, and I'm going to show up for work on Facebook Live. So that'll be the beginning of me holding myself accountable and also engaging with you guys so we can kind of talk about what is going on, what are we going through. I tend to always go first before the collective and before most awakeners. So when I go through something and then I'll hear about like, you know, Joe Schmo going through it 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just got through it. You're good. So I think it's important for me to show up and just start talking about the things that maybe don't get talked about. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me just kind of babble on. I'm going to check the comments again. Ooh, this is hard. Maybe I can check it on my... Hi, Candace. Good to see you. Hi, Jeb. Oh, yeah, Heather. Ironically, so Heather is my oldest friend in the entire world. She still lives in the Seattle area. We went to grade school together in Portland, Oregon, and then we both moved to Seattle at separate times. And yeah, so we've known each other our whole lives. And she said, Seattle just got snow today. So it's funny, I'm talking about like, yeah, Pacific Northwest, we barely have snow, and it's like a snow day. But of course, all of the weather is wacky right now, so. Hi, Paul. Hey, Ryan, do you still want to come on? I'll give him a second to answer. We can try doing that split screen. I can bring you on if you want to come on. Or does anybody else want to come on and chat? Maybe add their story about what has gone on the last couple weeks before Thanksgiving or anything like that. I can't tell how long I've been on this live. It's not showing me anything. Oh, Ryan, earlier it showed me that you had requested to be a part of the video. So I don't know if that was just a mistake, if you like mispressed a button or something. Hey Ryan, come on, let's do a live, bro. 59 minutes. Thank you, Candace. I have no concept. Thank you so much. Thanks. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I see, Ryan. Okay, so Ryan requested someone else to be there. For some reason on my side, it showed that you were like waiting in a queue, and then I could like allow you on as like a guest or whatever. So I've never done anything like that before, but if anybody else wants to come on and be a guest, be my guest. Otherwise, I might be done. I'm thinking about maybe every day around 3 p.m. Oh, David. David, you want to pop on? I'm thinking every day around 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is a good time for me. And it's still daylight. Right now I have artificial light, like those ring lights, which kind of get to be really annoying. So I might do it during the day and just pop on and we can talk about everything. Oh, you know what I also wanted to talk about? Boy, I'm going to write myself a note. It might need to be a different. Hi, Sarah. Aw, thank you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for rewatching. And I'm gonna, once Facebook, thanks, Candace. Once Facebook does the process, whatever it does to make this on a replay, I can download it and I'm gonna upload all of these to my YouTube page. And we're just gonna see how all of this goes. I just need to start holding myself accountable. I need to start putting the momentum forward with speaking and assisting people and being available for people, because I could be a hermit all winter long because I just did that 6 months ago. And I don't want to do that again. I'm trying to break my own muscle memory. So another thing I want to talk about, and I want to ask you guys, because right now I have, thanks, Earl. I have a lot of my sisters online right now. So I want to ask you guys, have you guys either had anything come up regarding the Order of the Rose, the yin yang symbol, and the Phoenix rising in the last, well, the yin yang for me happened between August and September, but that was an extremely poignant, energetic event. I am a conduit, and I, as a pillar of light, I anchor, things come through me energetically. I experience it energetically first, and then I anchor it into the physical. So when I was just going through this death process, just coming through, you know, it was right after Thanksgiving. Oh, the blue rose. Okay, cool. That makes sense. I had a Phoenix event come through, and I'm going to do an entire video on the Phoenix event. It's very robust. It's very big. It's very sacred, and it's very private in the sense that, oh boy. Okay. I'm just going to say this. So what I have been shown on this awakening process, ascension process that we're going through, there's circles. There's circles, there's inner circles, and there's outer circles. So everyone is in a specific circle with their like-minded group of awakeners doing like-minded things. My circle, I am inner circle. And all I'm speaking about, I speak from my divine channel. So I'm not going to ever say this sounds weird, or it is what it is. It's not better. It's not less. It is what it is. I'm just going to speak matter-of-factly. Oh, the Phoenix scene. Okay, cool, Candace. Maybe you and I can talk about that together. I want to do a whole thing about it. So they're on this awakening process. We're all in a circle of like-minded. It's like a template of templated individuals. We each hold a different type of template. And there are some on the perimeter, the way outer circle, and then there's people in that tight inner circle. And I, according to my channel, is I am on this inner circle. And what I do is I bring things energetically into Earth. I bring things into the simulation and into Earth and into people that come from energetic. They come from my channel, because my channel is not bound to this Earth, to this simulation. In fact, because I am a walk-in, or I had a consciousness transfer, which is technology, that person that now resides alongside old Aaron, new Aaron and old Aaron, Elm and Aaron, that person is ancient. She was here on Earth and created this entire shit. Not the sim, not the stuff that the dark ones took over, but the divine template that was upon Earth in the beginning, let's say. And because we are at the end of an age, it will be on Earth yet again. And that's what I am here anchoring. And that's a lot of what my sisters, a lot of people truly understand the words that I speak. I kind of speak in code, and that's because they are of a same or similar template. We are in the same circle. And then other awakeners that are doing other things, I would call them more of like the star seeds. I would not call myself a star seed, but people that call themselves star seeds. So, they may on a deep level understand that I'm speaking truth, or they may kind of understand what I'm saying, or they want to understand what I'm saying, but they don't quite yet. That is because they are on the same mission. We're all on the same mission. We're just doing different things on different levels. But that doesn't mean that because I'm inner circle that it's better. That just means I have a different skill set. And it actually means that this divinity that I hold within must be protected. So everyone on the outer circles is doing their work to protect the inner, so that we can flip this entire thing inside out. It takes every single one. It takes everyone. I can't do this without my sisters. I am only one of several. I might be one of 12. I might be the 13. I mean, I know I'm the 13, and some of you are going to understand that. Some of these things that I talk about in code, we all experience in our own way, but yet they all blend together. They all make sense. Hi, Christy. Christy, I know you didn't catch the beginning, but I wanted to tell you that I was going through a massive death, so I couldn't really engage at that time, but it's all better now. So now I can engage. So we'll talk. Oh, chore. It is a chore. It's all a chore. Chop wood, carry water. That's all I can do. Those are my chores every day. Chop wood, carry water. Holy shit. What am I going to purge now? Okay, so recently I had a massive Phoenix event come through. And I've had several Phoenix events, much like what you're talking about, Candace. The Phoenix is my overall theme. I am the Phoenix bird, like a lot of you are. And a lot of us have seen ourselves as the Phoenix, and we have all of these experiences. They're not of Earth. They're energetic, and it's almost like astral traveling, except it's in the divine realms that cannot be messed with. This is the true mystery school. This is the true, if you want to say occult, but occult just means hidden. Most people who are into the occult don't even know about what's happening really on Earth. And that's why we are inner circle. We are doing this deep, deep, secret inner work that only the ones who have it in their template are going to understand what we're doing. It's a template. Just like all other starseeds are a template. You know, the Arcturians, the Pleiades, the whatever. Everybody has their role for these times, yet we are all working together. All right. Thanks, Candace. Yeah. This is why I want to talk more. This is why I'm holding myself accountable. I have held this stuff within for a long time. For the last year, so when I went into that death last winter, a year ago, that's when I basically stopped posting on Facebook. Before that, I was very prolific and like constant on Facebook. I would like post my channels all the time. Had a very strong voice. You know, I am the volcano. It's very explosive what comes out of me, and I love it. It's me. Some people want to temper that or like, whoa, or blah, blah, blah. I don't, that's your problem. That's for you to deal with. I am what I am, what I am, what I am. And that's that. And I'm here to be that, period. So me going into that death last year, I basically just stopped all communication. And I didn't want to be in public any longer, so to speak. It feels very strange. I don't want to be a part of the simulation. And I typically say anyone who has a ton of followers, we're talking like 50K, 100K followers, millions of followers in the simulation as an awakener is typically a false light. Because the true truths, we don't want to be gurus. We know that idolatry and worship is worship. I don't want to be looked at as any kind of guru type template. It's very, very uncomfortable. And it's wrong. It goes against living law. It goes against law. It goes against living law to worship another and to take somebody's word over your own. So I had to pull away and get out of it so I could reconstruct myself and understand what I want and how I want to show up for people and teach people that it resides within you. Just because I have a specific template where, you know, the fire just rolls out of me constantly, that's why I'm here. But you also have your own template. So you can hear my words, you can maybe take a piece and run with it, but don't ever think that I know more than you know, because you know everything because it's within your own template. Each individual has to operate from their own template. And that is why the simulation is what it is. The simulation wants to implant thoughts, implant programs, implant belief systems so that you cannot find your own template. You know, maybe you never wanted to have kids on this planet. Maybe you always had a sneaking suspicion that you were not supposed to have kids in this incarnation. But yet you married a breeder, you married a narcissist. and the reversal wants to breed. Now you got 3, 4 kids. When you have 3, 4 kids, you cease to exist. You cease to exist. So we cannot, and this is the problem with religion. All religion is a construct of the matrix. It's a simulation. Yes, there are ancient texts from older times, from other times. But what most people subscribe to today is idol worship. And God forbid you say something anti-Semitic. That's the new thing. See, the simulation always tells you how they're operating. If you watch the sports teams who win, the numbers, the gematria, the headlines, they always tell you what they're doing. You just have to be outside of it and be like, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Now it's an anti-Semite campaign. Can't say anything about the Jews. They don't care if you say anything about Jesus or Christianity or whatever of God. They're too busy, worshiping their Baal, B-A-A-L, that whole Balenciaga thing. Everything is a mirror of the next thing. And you can just see it. Like when you're out of the sim, you can just see it. Like, oh, that's a mirror of that, and that's a mirror of that. And yeah, they're all involved. All right. What's Ye doing? Earl, we could have a talk about Ye. We'll bring Dana on for that one. You, me, and Dana, we'll go down deep in the Ye file. But honestly, you guys, that's another thing. Most of these celebrities that you see right now, they're not the same ones. That Kanye of right now, that ain't the right Kanye. Go look at Kanye of 10 years ago with his mother. That ain't the same Kanye. Trying to see these comments. Oh, Christine, I didn't realize you were Australian as well. God, I have so many. There are so many awoken Australian sisters. Order of the Rose. Underground secret squirrel inner fucking circle shit in Australia. I talk to you guys all the time. Australia is my fucking jam, bro. Oh, I love that. What's Ye doing? Let's see. Did I leave anything out? I think I'm wrapping up. I think we're probably an hour and 15 or so. And that, so this little tiny place that I live in, I'm connected to a larger house. And I used to rent a room in that larger house when I first got here. I just sublet something. I needed something quick because, I came for a visit and I stayed. And they had 2 cats that lived next door. So when I moved over here, now I have 2 cats because I'm a crazy cat lady. So the cat's over at my door. He wants to be let out. He's been in here all day for his nap. I got the other one who's outside going like this on my window screen. He does this click, 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 click. Let me in, let me in. So it's catapalooza around here. They're like in and out of my house all the time. They're not even my cats. It's hilarious. So I think I'm going to probably wrap it up. Anybody got anything else? Okay, Christine, yeah. We'll have to chat about that. I don't know. Do you mean you and I crossed paths years ago? Who is the we that you speak of? So tomorrow, I'm going to plan on doing this again at 3 o'clock. And there's some things that I want to cover. The yin-yang symbology that I just was taken through was very, 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 very intense. It was actually my official clash of polarity. So when the sim, I have known since last winter well, and beyond, but I knew that we were getting close to the polarity clashing, because the simulation won't decompose until the polarity clashes. Because we're in a hell realm, so we're in a lot of darkness, a lot of manipulation, a lot of occult, secret, underground, undercurrent shit that most people in the simulation don't understand, even goes on. Now it's coming out. Now it's obviously coming out. It's like on the news, you know, where most of the simulation resides. So now they'll be able to see it. But I knew that the shift is going to happen when the polarity clashes. So it's been the dark that has had the stronghold. So say it's the 69. How do I make a 6? Whatever. The yin yang. Okay, so this is the yang. I think that's the dark one. The dark one has had the stronghold over the yin, or whatever the analogy is. And I knew that things will not shift until the light is so strong that it then has the stronghold over the dark. And we're seeing that happen now. And things happen within my body first, because I anchor it energetically so I can anchor it physically. And in August, I met my match, let's say. This is a whole other video, but I think I'll talk about this tomorrow, because it's a long story, and once I get going, I'm just going, so we need to wrap it up. But the polarity, I met my match. I met my yin to my yang. And this is not romantic, this is nothing. It's energy. Everything that happens with me is energetic. It does not happen on the physical. The physical is simply a representation for me to get to the energetic point. I met my match. Okay, yes. Gortua, yin yang, yes, exactly. Yep. I met my match that triggered me, and that's another thing on this path, inner circle shit, is that there are people that you will come across in your life that are supposed to trigger you into your transformation of ascension. And that might be their only job. Maybe you spend 2 hours with them. Maybe you spend 2 days with them. Maybe you spend 2 weeks with them. It doesn't even have to be anything, but it's the energetic that resides in another when you meet them. And I've had a lot of these. I've had a lot of these on my path. When I was first on my path, I couldn't make any sense of it. I didn't understand it. I thought everyone was my twin flame because I had this intense energetic connection that I've never had as a human, Erin, before my walk-in, before I was fully galactic, you know, multi-dimensional. When I was one-dimensional in hell, I didn't understand all of this. So I thought, well, if I have this connection with this person, this must mean they're my twin flame. No, bitch. No, bitch. No, 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 no. Get it out. Get it out of your mind. It don't work like that. That's a whole, okay, I'm writing another note. That's another video. Twin flame. So, twin flame's only for the inner circle, by the way. Just FYI. FYI. That's what people don't like to hear. But let's say it, shall we? Okay. Anyway, I met my match. I met my energetic match that forced me into a purge so deep that I completely transformed everything in the energetic, and it was my yin yang moment. It was my own clash of my own polarity within my cellular structure, and I witnessed as, you know, whatever the yin yang. Oh my God, I don't know. Let's go like this or whatever. I have known that the dark has had the stranglehold. I watched as it dissolved, and now the light has the entire stronghold. And that is just not within me, because when I experience it, I always go first. I always go before the collective. So when I experienced it in the energetic and then through the physical, now we are seeing it. Now you shall see it on the world stage. The light has the stronghold. And that happened in August. And then we went into this grand purge, October through November. And it's all timed. Every single thing that I do within my body on this ascension path, it's all timed. It's all in the clock system, which is the astronomical system. That's how I woke up and had a soul exchange. That's how I had consciousness transfer. The technology can only go through on specific planetary aspects. This is what this is. So, I anchored in my light, my polarity clash for self and collective. And then I just went through this massive purge where like my biggest trauma just literally got blown out of me to where I feel clear, clean and clear. And I truly feel that it is now time for the ones of the light to get our due. Because we've been crawling through the Shawshank Redemption tunnel of shit for 5 to 10 plus years. Years of just working on ourselves, cleaning and clearing, purifying, crawling through the depths of hell, clearing karmic contracts, doing the deep ass work that nobody wants to do, that the people in the sim, they want to plug out of, they want to plug in and out of. We don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury. We are leaving. We're here for the end of time. So now that we just went through that keyhole, now I feel, and this is why I'm holding myself accountable, now I feel that it is our time to move forward, finally. Because anytime I moved forward, and I've had, very strong, my aspect is strong. And when she comes forward like a motherfucker that she is, and she tells you what's up, and she's, this and that and that and that, bro, when I am in that full flame, when I'm in that full erupting volcano, you can bet your ass some motherfucker in this sim is going to step on my neck. You can bet. Because the dark had the stronghold. So we were making inches. We were going by, we kind of get an edge up, maybe a few inches, and then just get knocked right back off. It happened constantly to me. That's why I don't engage with people any longer. Because, like in my last live, play Matrix games, win Matrix prizes, or as my friend Dana says, you have to pay the troll toll. So if you want to go into that Matrix and you want to play with these trolls, you're going to have to pay their toll. And that is their world. That is their world. We're not welcome in their world. We are the glitch in their Matrix. So we have not had the strength in numbers and the strength in frequency to move about the cabin freely. We might have a little freedom, and then a mofo comes in and, takes us down a notch because we're in their fucking game. But now that it has been anchored through a goddess, through the essence of God, who is in a physical vessel as a pillar of light, physically on this earth, strategically placed in New Mexico, I might add, now we move forward. And motherfuckers need to get the fuck off. That's where we're at. That's what's happening now. And the inner circle are the ones who anchor it in for the entire collective. And this is what I want to talk about. The millions and millions of absolutely magical and mystical galactic experiences that I have had anchoring this kind of stuff into Earth for these times. All right, let's look at these comments. Oh, wait, what's the yay game, Earl? What do you mean? What's the yay game? He's putting it out there right now. He's just owned, though. He's simulation opposition. Like, he opposes the simulation, but he's still in the simulation. They still own him. That's the thing about the sim. This is my Moldavite. See if you can see how green it is from this side. This is my girl. She works with me. Actually, she told me I'm going to work with her, so I just abide. I just abide. That's all I'm here to do is abide. That's all we're here to do, honestly, is to abide by our own template. Period. That's why everything else in the sim is to keep the humans busy. It's to keep the humans away from their divinity. Worship a deity outside of yourself. Worship a man in the sky. Where's the mother? If you listen to all these religions, none of them bring in the mother. And when they do, they call her a whore. It's so cute. It's so cute. These people are so silly. All right. Dana. Oh, yeah. This whole, so Dana, Earl, and me, we gotta go down into this because we kind of we kind of sidebar this stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and he's a big Trumper. Yay and his Trump. He wants Trump to be his running mate 2024. Oh my God, just leave. Just back away. Just back away from the whole thing. This is so stupid. Don't vote. You want to vote for your captor? Your controller? I'll be talking to you after, Dana, I'm sure. We'll do a little download. Unless you want to come on. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Do you want to come on and talk? After work? Yep. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I've been talking. So I got subject matter. Dana, let's do it maybe tomorrow. Yeah, Christine. Yes, Dana, talk to us. Let's do it tomorrow because I'm reaching my my max capacity for output. I'm like really good, and then when I hit the wall, and I'm like, bleh. So I gotta wrap it. So we'll do a plan. So if I do one of these with Dana, we'll do it later because she works. So we'll do it after 3. But if I'm just gonna come on, I think I'm gonna do my stuff at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So yeah. Anyway, thanks you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna go relax now. It really does. It's a lot for me to output, even though I'm a pontificator and I'm prolific and I have a lot of knowledge. I mean, I can squirrel myself. Yep, Dana's got to pay her troll tolls. Somebody's got to be making money around here. Jesus Christ. But when I output in this kind of a setting, it's very draining for me. So I gotta tend to my, to my body. That's all I do is I tend to my body. So, all right, you guys, thank you for being here. I'm going to wrap it up and then I'll download it and upload it to my YouTube. And I'm going to be back here tomorrow. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join me, we can start doing joiny thingies. So, maybe what I'll do is just, I'll go through my subject matter of what I want to talk about. And then afterwards, we'll just open it up, open forum. And, you can either, add your 2 cents into, you know, my experience and how that's affected you, or we could just go totally sideways and go somewhere else. All right, y'all. Yeah, Michelle, I feel ya. Okay, bye.